Hi everyone, I'm Dara and I'm delighted to have you here. Today I want to bring you along with me in the next phase of the quilt that I've been working on.
All right, I have been stuck for a couple of weeks now, and when it comes to piecing this quilt top. So I think originally what had me stuck was I was afraid of running out of fabric. And, I think that fear was justified because I did run out of this fabric and I wasn't able to make as many blocks as I wanted to, and I had to do so much piecing. But I've still been hesitating about joining these blocks and making a quilt top. And I think what it is I had planned to use my frame, my new frame. My husband's built me the extra piece that I need. I'm getting intimidated by using that frame and the length of time it's going to be taking over this room, and the fact that the room will not be able to be used for anything else while I'm working on the quilting. So I think I've decided to go quilt as you go.
Heartening because I had a big piece of batting and a big piece of fabric that could have really done well as just like a one-piece quilt. But the bottom line is I felt I couldn't use my frame for this quilt. And I think it's one of the things that was stopping me from starting it. I'm finished cutting up the backing squares and the batting squares. And so I'm in the decision now to do quilt as you go. Everything's cut up. So if you'd like to see what I'm going to do next, keep watching and I'll show you.
Okay, I finished cutting my 63 backing squares. There they are. And I did have to piece my last 12 or so. I was so convinced I had tons of fabric there, but I guess when you cut it up, that's what happens. Oh, I know. I wanted to show you guys. This is what I have left over, like next to nothing. So at least I used almost all. I'll keep these bits and pieces though, because you never know. Okay, here's my 63 squares of batting. And there's my leftovers. I'll be keeping the leftovers because I still am hoping to make a border, even though I'm out of backing fabric and I'm almost out of the topping fabric or the quilt top fabric, but I'm hoping something will occur to me. So I'm ready to start making my individual quilt sandwiches. Okay, so I have glue basted all my blocks, and the glue is holding. So that's really good. I've done a couple already, and I've found that the best ways for me so far is to do this long line first and then the other long line, and then work my way out on the square, and then end the stitching after each seam, not try and spin and continue the thread. So, I'm using a thread catcher to a scrap fabric thread catcher at the end of each seam, and that's giving me some halfway decent results. So let me show you how I'm doing it. The chalk that I used to mark my blocks is getting on my walking foot. So I've just got this old makeup brush here, and I'm trying to keep it, out of the workings of the machine as best I can. So, that's a disadvantage of chalk that isn't great, but it's what I had to get, be visible on this dark fabric. So let's start here. Okay, I'm done all my 12.5-inch blocks. I'm done all the quilting. I think it turned out quite nicely. And there's the back. Okay, so time to start working on my 9 patch, and I want to decide on the quilting design for this block before I base them. So I'm going to do one from start to finish and see if I like it and if I want to change the quilting design. So I went through, I have my thrifted quilting design book here. It was published in 1985. And if you've been with me for a while, you would recognize this design because that's the one I used on my aunt's quilt. And this one, I think, is what I've picked for the red section. And the way I was able to decide if I needed to resize it was I cut this piece of paper to 3 3/4 inches square. My block, my red center is 4 inches square. And then I just put it over there to make sure that it fit inside. So I'm good with this size. I don't need to resize it. I have this clear plastic. It's from a inside of an accordion file. I can say I ripped it getting it out, but I think I can get myself a little stencil there. And I do have a video on making stencils for my quilting, so I'm not going to film that process for this quilt, but I will explain it briefly and show it to you when I'm done. So I take a Sharpie and trace it, and then an X-Acto knife and a different cutting mat, and try and cut around it so that I can trace in between. Okay, I've quilted 4 of these blocks in 4 slightly different ways, and now I want to show them to you. So this is X's here, and then these hearts and circles here, and I did those on my machine with my walking foot, and then my little design here. And then this one is just the lines through the white blocks. Also, this is all machine quilted, and then this is hand quilted. And here's what the back looks like. And then this one is machine quilted in the check squares, and then these are the hand quilted hearts, and the little motif in the middle is the same. And here's the back. And then this one is completely hand quilted. So, but it's all the lines again. And then there's the back. So right now I'm having a little bit of difficulty deciding which one I want to do. So I'm kind of, I really enjoy the hand quilting. And I love this little motif in the center with the visible hand stitching. I think it's really cute. I don't love it on the back too much. And I'm in a bit of a dilemma because I think the X's look better on the back than the hearts. But on the front, I like the hearts better. I think they're more like sentimental and kind of like 90s nostalgia, country decor. So I think I'm going to have to leave this for a while and leave you, my viewers, in a bit of suspense because I'm going to end this video here and leave this for a day or two and just kind of let the options settle in. And you guys will have to watch the next video to find out how I ended up quilting these blocks.
I hope you're enjoying being along with me while I work my way through this quilt project. And I hope that my, explorations of different methods gives you some inspiration when it comes to your quilting. Thank you so much for being here with me while I work on my project, and I'll see you again soon in part 3 of this video.